A new live-action Popeye movie is in the works, and it's set to dive into Olive Oyl's life before Popeye came along. While Olive is usually known as Popeye's love interest, her backstory from Thimble Theatre has much more to offer. Before Popeye, she had her own adventures, a quirky boyfriend, and a wild family. This movie could give us a fresh perspective on her life before the spinach-loving sailor showed up. Plus, we might even see Popeye's early days when he didn't get his strength from spinach. Let's explore Olive's past and what we know about this new Popeye movie. In a surprising announcement, it was revealed that a live-action Popeye the Sailor Man movie is officially in the works, nearly 50 years after the first attempt in 1980. The upcoming big-budget film is being produced by Chernin Entertainment alongside King Features, the behind-the-scenes company of the original Popeye comic strips dating back to the 1920s. While no official release date or timeline has been set for the movie, details on its progress remain unclear. Although there's been a lot of fan speculation about the casting, no official actors have been confirmed, and Popeye's role is still up in the air. The only confirmed name so far is screenwriter Michael Kahlo, who is set to pen the script. Though relatively new to the game, Chernin Entertainment is behind the latest Popeye adaptation and has an impressive portfolio of films. They co-produced major hits like the Planet of the Apes trilogy and smaller gems like St. Vincent. Their experience with big-budget blockbusters makes them a great fit for Popeye the Sailor Man. They're partnering with King Features Syndicate, which has owned the Popeye character since his debut in 1929. Screenwriter Michael Kahlo, known for his TV work on shows like The Sopranos and Rescue Me, will write the script, marking his first big leap into feature films. Popeye made his debut in King Features Syndicate comic strips in 1929 and quickly became a cultural icon. By the early 1930s, Max Fleischer adapted him into animated shorts, often shown before movies in theaters, where Popeye's unique voice became famous. Over the years, Popeye remained largely unchanged, continuing to captivate fans through TV syndication. In 1980, director Robert Altman took a bold step with a live-action Popeye movie starring Robin Williams as the titular sailor and Shelley Duvall as Olive Oyl. Despite being Williams' first leading role, the film received mixed reviews. While Popeye remained a beloved figure, he didn't join the wave of live-action animated adaptations that emerged in the 2000s and 2010s. Popeye, introduced at the start of the Great Depression, quickly became a symbol of strength and resilience during tough times as the country faced economic hardship. Popeye's comic strips offered a welcome escape for both kids and adults. His iconic love of spinach also had a surprising effect, leading to a boost in spinach sales during the Depression. In fact, spinach became the third most popular kids' food, right after ice cream and turkey, largely due to Popeye's influence. The one-eyed sailor, born in a typhoon, was undeniably a big part of this spinach craze during the 1920s and 1930s. Here's a fun fact about Popeye. He didn't start out as the main character. Popeye actually made his first appearance as a side character in the comic strip Thimble Theatre, which had been around for a whole decade before he showed up. Initially, he was just a temporary character, but readers loved him so much that they demanded he come back. Eventually, Popeye became so popular that he took over the entire strip, and the name changed from Thimble Theatre to Popeye. From there, he went on to star in everything from comics and animated shorts to movies and even product endorsements. With the new live-action Popeye movie in the works, we might get some cool new details about Popeye's family life, particularly with Sweet Pea. You might think, especially if you're familiar with the Hanna-Barbera version, that Sweet Pea is Popeye and Olive Oyl's biological child, but that's actually a misconception. Sweet Pea is Popeye's adopted child. He first appeared in 1933, a few years after Popeye's debut, and was left on Popeye's doorstep by his mother, who trusted Popeye to look after him. Popeye ended up naming the baby Sweet Pea, a fitting name for a sailor who's obsessed with spinach, another green food. In a live-action Popeye movie, an interesting twist could be exploring how Olive Oyl actually came before Popeye in the Thimble Theatre comic strip. When the strip debuted in 1919, it focused mainly on Olive's quirky family and her often dysfunctional relationship with her boyfriend, Ham Gravy. The antics of Olive and her family were the main source of humor. Popeye didn't show up until 1929 as a minor character, but his popularity quickly turned him into the central figure, leading to Thimble Theatre becoming all about Popeye. Contrary to the common misconception that Popeye came first, Olive Oyl was there a full decade before Popeye joined the strip. If a live-action Popeye movie were to explore Olive Oyl's life before Popeye came into her world, it could give fans a fresh perspective on her character and a deeper look at her backstory. Olive, who's often seen as Popeye's quirky and sometimes aloof love interest, had quite an interesting life before the spinach-loving sailor sailed in. Before Popeye, Olive Oyl's main relationship in Thimble Theatre was with Ham Gravy, her longtime, often unreliable boyfriend. This could be a great area to explore in a live-action Popeye movie, diving into how Olive navigated a love life filled with comedic misunderstandings and family drama, especially with her eccentric brother, Castor Oyl. A pre-Popeye Olive could be shown as a more independent character, figuring out what she wants from life and love, while dealing with the ups and downs of her quirky, dysfunctional relationships. It would be fascinating to explore her dynamic with Ham Gravy before Popeye entered the picture, especially since she eventually transitions from Ham to Popeye. This could highlight Olive's emotional growth and what drew her to the spinach-loving sailor, adding more depth to their eventual relationship. The film could blend her past with her future, offering a fresh perspective on Olive Oyl's character evolution, from her early days in Thimble Theatre to becoming the beloved, iconic figure we know today. One interesting twist a new live-action Popeye could explore is the fact that Popeye didn't always get his strength from spinach. While spinach has become completely synonymous with the Sailor Man, in the early comics, Popeye actually got his powers from a wiffle hen named Bernice. Bernice belonged to Olive Oyl's brother, Castor Oyl, who thought the hen was a good luck charm for his gambling. The hen indeed brought good luck, but to Popeye, not Castor. When Popeye is shot in his first appearance, he rubs Bernice's head and gains superhuman strength, which helps him knock out the bad guy. It's unclear why the shift happened from the wiffle hen to spinach, but switching to spinach was definitely a more iconic and lasting choice. A live-action Popeye could use this little-known part of his backstory to bring some humor and depth to his character, showing how Popeye's strength evolved over time and giving fans a fresh take on his iconic power source. Building on this unique piece of Popeye's history, a live-action movie could explore how Popeye's initial reliance on the wiffle hen ties into his quirky, unorthodox beginnings. It could offer a fun way to show how the character evolved into the spinach-obsessed sailor we know today. Imagine scenes where Popeye, in his early days, interacts with Castor Oyl and his wiffle hen, leading to some humorous situations and showcasing his growing strength in unconventional ways. As the story progresses, the switch to spinach could happen gradually, with Popeye eventually finding it to be the ultimate power source that would become his signature. This transition would not only add a fun backstory to Popeye's character, but also give more depth to the world he inhabits, highlighting his quirky origins before he fully embraced the spinach-fueled persona that made him famous. It's these kinds of small but significant details that could make a new Popeye movie feel both fresh and nostalgic, offering fans a deeper look into the sailor's journey and how he came to be the character everyone recognizes today. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay in the loop, and if you want, you can share your thoughts about this video in the comments.